Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Pain in the Grass is back Tuesday, July 30th, Friday, August 2nd, Saturday, August 3rd. It's happening at White River Amphitheater. You got Slipknot. You got Disturbed. You got Rob Zombie. You got Marilyn Manson. You got Volbeat. This is why we need 3 big days, plus so many other great bands that are going to be on this bill. Lots of great local bands, too. You can check it all out.
Check out Woodshed. Very excited to see those boys rock.
Yeah.
Pain in the Grass. Pound.
Yeah, good stuff, man.
Yeah. Pound.
You want tickets? Okay, you got them. Go to livenation.com. $2 from each ticket sold, benefiting the Vitology Foundation. They support a lot of great local charities. And again, all the information about Pain in the Grass, lineup, everything, just go to KISW.com.
Let's play B-Migs. It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. B-Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. B-Migs. You're a loser. It is time
To B-Migs. It is time to turn down for Thursday.
Charge out for what?
What? Thursday. Okay, that sounds good. It's Friday Junior. Yeah. Okay, then.
Yes. Unfortunately, it doesn't look very good for a Thursday out there.
Oh, yeah. You got the forecast? I mean,
Supposed to dump later tonight.
Is there really?
Yeah, like record-breaking rain for
wow
today.
Dang.
From May 16th. I don't know. I read that. I was just like,
the dumping.
the doom and gloom coming.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's just wonderful. Oh, I'm glad I don't have to mow the lawn then.
Why would you be mowing the lawn tonight?
Well, exactly, but also because of the rain. It means I don't have to because the grass is wet.
And you can't do it tomorrow because it'd still be wet.
Exactly. So my weekend's open now.
This is. I'm so happy we got a peek into how complicated your life is.
All right, fine. Let's get to our contestant today. We got Sasha in Tacoma. Sasha, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Ooh, she called me sir. What's she playing for today, Steve?
Well, sir, she's playing for tickets to check out Mark Galloway's 150 shootout that's happening at the Evergreen Speedway on May 25th. Go to KISW.com for all the details. If you want to check out the Mark Galloway 150 shootout, get your tickets now at etix.com.
All right, Steve, get out of here. Yeah. For those playing at home, Sasha will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Sasha, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
So pumped.
Guitarist Dave Navarro was married for just over 3 years to which star of Baywatch and Singled Out?
Pamela Anderson.
No.
Pass.
When it comes to internet slang, what does MFW stand for?
Pass.
What year, the mid-2010s, did the final episode of Glee air? Wow.
2014, 2015, 2016.
2015, yes. What's the national bird of the Bahamas?
Carrots.
No.
Pass.
Yeah. What baseball player is nicknamed A-Rod?
Alex Rodriguez.
Yes. Which U.S. president is buried in Mount Vernon, Virginia?
Pass.
What McDonald's item is known as Le Royale in France?
The Big Mac.
No.
Mexican.
No.
Double cheeseburger.
No. What is the common term for a 1 under par score on a golf hole?
Birdie.
Yes. Yes, and Sasha gets 3 correct.
All right, at least she didn't drop a deuce.
No, she didn't.
These were tough.
They are some tough
I
questions.
think if this was a random day I played, Steve, I think I would lose.
Really?
Yeah, some of these questions, I'm like, I don't know.
Some of them are kind of all over the place. I tried to do some of those millennial questions, and
I don't know, man. I mean, that one question, even though it's millennial,
it's not that hard
does
of a
anybody
question.
care about that particular show?
They did a lot.
Nobody listening to our show, I think, cared.
Gilligan's Island. Lots of millennials love that show.
Yeah, millennials love Gilligan.
Skipper! Wow. Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
Oh, he's really ready.
Yeah, he is. Guitarist Dave Navarro was married for just over 3 years to which star of Baywatch and Singled Out?
Carmen Electra.
Whoa, yeah.
She was so hot.
Wow. Yeah. When it comes to internet slang, what does MFW stand for?
My face when?
Yes. What year of the mid-2010s did the final episode of Glee air?
Is this the show you're talking about, PJ?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, 2008.
No.
2009.
No.
2010.
No. What is the national bird of the Bahamas?
A cockadoo?
No. That's it.
What are those? Parrots?
No.
Yeah, parrots.
Those pigeons.
Pigeons. What baseball player is nicknamed A-Rod?
Alex Rodriguez.
Yes. Which U.S. president is buried in Mount Vernon, Virginia? Sorry.
George Washington.
Yes.
Good call.
Which McDonald's item is known as Le Royale in France?
Quarter pounder.
Yes.
Nice.
What is the common term for a 1 under par score on a golf hole?
Birdie.
Yes.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You win 6-3.
Sorry, Sasha.
No worries, guys. It was fun.
Yeah, well, I like Sasha. You call again, Sasha. You try to play.
She can keep trying.
Some people just forget that, when it's a question, you go like, what president? Just throw out like an iconic president. 'Cause
Yeah.
chances are, that's what
Usually
you
it
got.
is
Yeah.
those ones.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust.
Oh, yeah.
So, Steve, I'm going to assume that you didn't listen to the question after I said the word Glee, because I said the year of the mid-2010s.
Yeah.
Sasha did get that correct.
God.
It was 2015.
Yeah. I thought 2010 was the end cap.
No.
That's why your title should be revoked.
Yeah.
It should be stripped of your
That was
title.
pretty bad. I didn't listen very well.
Does anybody know the national bird of the Bahamas?
I would guess the seagull.
No. That's not a bad
Flamingo.
idea. Flamingo. Yes.
Good call, Steve.
Damn it. That's what I was trying to think of.
And you said pigeon.
Yeah. Well, pigeons and flamingos look a lot alike.
Totally.
Against the clock. I'm just going to throw a bird out.
Oh, flamingo. Okay. Dang. I'd be so mad at myself because, it's close.
Do you think you probably would have lost on that one if it was a random day?
Oh, yeah. He would have beat me on that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Steve. You did win with 6 correct.
That means caller number 6. Guess what's happening for you? You're checking out the Mark Galloway 150 shootout at Evergreen Speedway. Caller number 6, 206-421-ROCK. That's 206-421-ROCK. Game of Thrones fans, man, we've been waiting patiently 2 years for season 8, and the entire show will wrap up this Sunday on HBO.
And I don't watch the show, obviously, but I pay attention to social media. It sounds like a lot of people who've been waiting these 2 years are not happy that they had to wait 2 years for this.
Yeah, people are really, really pissed. I'm not pissed. I think that, sure, there are problems. Sure, I wish there was more time. But people are starting petitions asking HBO to redo the whole damn season with what they call competent writers.
Because that's going to happen.
Yeah, the petition goes on to say that, quote, David Benioff, I think is how he says his name, and D.B. Weiss, have proven themselves to be woefully incompetent writers when they have no source material, i.e. the books to fall back on. I wonder how many of these people even, went to college and had any kind of writing experience beyond high school that are criticizing these guys.
I just think it's just damned if you do or you don't. I don't think anyone's going to be happy with anything that's about to end. I remember that with Lost. That's the only thing I could connect this to from what you guys were talking about and how upset you are.
Everybody hated that.
I didn't hate the final season. I don't think it was great. I mean, it wasn't as awesome as their first season, but they were progressively declining. I think it was just time to end that show.
Yeah.
And I didn't leave thinking, wow, that was just a complete pile. I thought, yeah, there's obviously some stuff that I wish they would have changed, but I'm not going to write somebody or demand that the writers get replaced with better writers.
Steve, I would say it's generational because, yeah, sure, there were people that, Rev and I were talking that, baby boomers and Generation Xers who might write letters, but this social media generation is, you know what? They really believe that they can convince HBO to redo this whole season. Because I mean,
They're not going to do it.
I wouldn't even bother taking part in this petition. Because I just think, well, of course they're not going to listen to me. Why would I even do this? And yet people are really doing this, thinking that's going to happen.
They have a better chance of getting Sonic the Hedgehog written into this show than them redoing the entire season.
That would be great. You know what? I'd love to see Sonic on the Iron Throne.
I would watch that.
I did hear, though, to avoid spoilers, they filmed multiple endings to throw anybody off. So I think what would be cool as a fan, if once the Blu-rays come out, get all the endings.
Oh, I'd love that.
See, that'd be kind of cool.
They did that with that movie
cool,
Clue
too.
back in the day. They showed you all of the different endings you
That's
didn't get
right.
to see.
I love that movie.
So since people even lost their minds back on the final episode of The Sopranos. Right, we just watched it. Some people were disappointed.
They
but-
really were, you're right.
And maybe people did write saying, but nowadays it's so easy to get inside the mind of anybody who's upset because of social media. As in back in the day, we couldn't. Back in the dizzle. Whenever someone wrote a television network or a movie production house, like nobody else got to hear about it because they just wrote a letter and mailed it to them. Now we get to read what somebody sends via social media.
This petition has 200,000 signatures.
Of course it does.
It amazes me because that's a lot of people, and I understand this idea. And granted, you know, I won't go down the road, but the idea of what we spoke about a while ago about fan service. When you get 200,000 people though doing this, I understand why you have to do service the fans. And which is why I'm accepting it. I'm accepting certain things now because this is the time we live in where 200,000 people, and they're saying they're going for 300,000. If you're HBO, that's people that subscribe. You somewhat are at their mercy because they pay to watch your stuff.
It is customer service at some point.
Well, I mean, this has been going on for a while, so maybe these stupid television shows, because they're now like cinematic experiences.
Oh, my show.
Okay,
Stupid.
sorry. Now these artistic experiences that we have called television shows.
Thank you.
Maybe they need to go down the same road as films, which for years have been doing pretty much having like these screenings for people, regular Joes, to watch, and then they get their feedback.
Good call.
I mean, maybe they're afraid of the spoiler stuff. I get that, but maybe that's what you need to do: is have like a group of people, have them watch it, get feedback, and then make the adjustments.
Yeah. And I feel like it'd have to be a very diverse group of people. Maybe one or two critics because they're all honey tiny, and then just get a couple of average Joes and people who genuinely love like the content.
Boy, they'll have to sign NDAs if it's like people that know the show.
We will sue you for $1 billion.
Yeah, I mean,
good luck with that with social media.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And you know, some average Joe that doesn't have $1 billion, come sue me. What are you going to do with my life?
Here's a good question. A texter says, "Has any series finale lived up to the hype?"
Oh, that's a really good question.
I know one right off the top of my head. The Shield.
I know. Oh, I see. I don't never watched the ending.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Dude,
I heard it was great.
It was really good, and it was a good ending for a character that you loved, but also loved to hate.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It was like it was unexpected for me, but basically the biggest badass guy was totally emasculated at the end of that season. You're right, Rev. That was a good ending.
The only one I think of that popped in mind in hell is the reason why I even watched the series was Breaking Bad.
Yes,
I thought the ending of that show
was the only show it was the only episode you had watched until
I watched the very first one.
Yeah,
when it first came out.
Okay,
and then never watched it again. But I knew what the show was about.
Yeah,
after watching the first episode, I didn't need to watch all the other seasons.
Yeah,
I have since.
Breaking Bad did have a great finale.
It was a great ending.
Yeah, that was a great finale.
That was so epic.
Yeah, it's funny because they're doing a Star Trek Picard series. I remember the last episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation because it was the last Picard episode of the TV show. That was okay. They did a lot. They tried a lot. Seinfeld, of course. Nobody liked that.
That ending was bad.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if that would have happened like during these times?
200,000 people would have signed a petition. Hell, dude, 200,000 people probably would sign a petition about Breaking Bad, even though most of us think that was a phenomenal way to end it.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a group of people that don't like how things end.
Yeah. And we've got another show that's ending, and I wonder how they're going to end that. And is it next week, the end of The Big Bang Theory? It's another show.
Oh, it's coming up, yeah.
I think it is next week.
It is.
So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Did we 2.5 Men, which was a great show, but because of how things went with Charlie Sheen, we never really got a good series finale for that show because really it was Charlie Sheen. And look, Ashton Kutcher, I love you, but I mean, it just wasn't the same.
How I Met Your Mother was terrible.
Oh,
yeah, a lot of people were upset about
hated that.
I didn't hate it, but I don't think it was anything. I don't even remember it now.
The trouble was that they focused on a character that, even though it was the mother, we never knew that person. You know what I mean? And they gave her a lot of screen time. And I like that actress a lot, but they gave her a lot of screen time in that. And you're like, well, who is this? I mean, I get you're supposed to be the mother, but we always hoped it was Robin. I think that was the problem, is we always hoped the mother was Robin, and it never really was.
I never even thought that. At that point, I thought they were going to do like a commentary on how they did 9 seasons, and it was like, this isn't about finding the mother, it's about friendship, and how like they've gotten me all through this. That's how I wish they would have wrapped it up.
It was kind of a bummer ending, now that I remember. Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I'm going to go back to Robin. It's like, come on, guys.
Well, here's something. I mean, one text of the finale was crap for Breaking Bad. And like I said, there's always going to be someone who doesn't like something, even if we think everybody loved it. And this person says they've watched the show 3 times through.
Wow.
It's funny because I was looking at different articles saying, hey, the best finales of shows, and both 2 or 3 of the articles were saying Sopranos. So there's a whole group of people that love the ending of Sopranos and the rest of the people that just hate it. I don't think there's anybody that's really in the middle.
It was clever. I thought it was a really clever ending for the Sopranos, and a spoiler alert, because this is the 20th anniversary of this year.
To say spoiler alert.
Yeah. Because you know the world, Steve.
And tonight is the Big Bang Theory finale.
It's a 2-parter.
It is tonight?
Yep, it's tonight.
It's an hour long, right?
Damn!
Yep, 2-parter.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to avoid the internet because I want to watch that with my wife.
I'm spoiling it for you tomorrow.
You jerk! Don't do it. Yeah, so we'll see if Game of Thrones gets a rerun. The sad thing is that what Rev and I found out is that HBO did offer these writers and producers a chance to have more episodes, and they said no. And you're like, wow, since the season feels really rushed, it's like, man, a couple of more episodes, I don't know if a couple more episodes really would have helped, because what we saw happen last week, I think you need a full season to really believe that what happened last week and the motivation for the character to do that.
Yeah.
You need a full season to believe that bat turn just happened.
And the problem with the whole thing is also the fact that it seems that they cut the season short due to monetary reasons.
And that's, yeah.
And it's always like when business gets in the way of that sort of thing, it's very unsatisfying for everyone involved.
They should have done a GoFundMe.
Yeah,
well,
sure.
it's a weird thing because we do pay for HBO. So that's the one place where I go, really, guys? I mean...
Well, not all the money you give to HBO goes just to Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
They've got other great programming to give us, like Real Sports with Brian Gumbel.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Is that even on HBO or is that on
I don't
Showtime?
even know.
Yeah, you've really been following HBO a lot, haven't you?
No, I don't actually watch
You really keep up with them. Yeah.
If it's not Ballers, I'm not watching HBO.
Oh, there you
fair
go.
enough. Yeah, I forgot about Ballers. They got to make sure that budget's up there. Here's a question. Why would a woman brag about getting a ring that is made out of human hair? Oh. What? Okay. I'm going to tell you all about this, though I don't want to, at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Okay, this, I don't know. I don't want you to see this. You're probably going to want to see this because it's ridiculous. A woman posted a picture on Facebook. It was a wedding ring picture, and she did this on Friday. Apparently, her boyfriend proposed to her with an engagement ring that he made himself out of his own hair.
Really?
I've got the picture in front of me.
Romance is not dead, guys.
Dude, this is as gross as you would imagine.
No, actually, it's grosser, BJ, because when I first read this story, I assumed he took maybe his hair and braided it and, did something to make it look somewhat, sometimes you see at some of these farmers markets and they have these crazy braided looking things. I'm not made out of human hair, but they're made out of some thin string.
Yeah, something, yeah.
Right. So I'm thinking, okay, it's probably something really well thought out and kind of artistic, but still kind of gross. And then I see the picture. I'm like, no, this is disgusting. He just took a chop of his hair and just kind of
it looks like he just wrapped it around her finger, and you can see hair just scraggling out everywhere.
Right, it's not clean at all. It's disgusting. It's terrible.
I would have rather a dirty old shoelace than that.
A toy ring would work.
Yeah, like a ring pop.
Hell, take a Sharpie and just draw a circle around your finger. That would be cooler.
I'm going to keep this all in mind for you guys when I propose to you.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, based on the comments online, a lot of people are thinking like we did. They're not thinking this is romantic. They think it's cheap, it's gross. And I love how she's so happy about it. By the way, she uses this new term, boyfie. My boyfie is now my fiance.
Why'd you say that?
Well, that's what she said.
You didn't need to say that. You could have just glossed over that.
Even I don't think I'm going to adopt that word. And you know me, I like to be on fleek with this kind of stuff. Yeah, thank you. This, and she's happy about it. What kind of, these, is this like a hipster thing? What is this?
No, this is a cheap,
Gross.
creepy thing.
but she's
That's the only way I could describe it, BJ.
God, and I got to say, she's got to be the lowest maintenance woman in the world if this is okay.
True.
I mean, there's a lot of women out there that post their rings like, it's not big enough and this isn't the one I wanted. So, I mean, at least she's grateful, so I can give her that, but it's still gross.
Yeah,
I love that she went on a wedding ring group page.
Oh, that's what she did. She went on a group.
This was a wedding ring group page on Facebook. This wasn't just a random Facebook post. Like, she went and shared this. I know.
Thinking that she would get a lot of love.
Yeah, this is an epic troll at this point.
I don't know.
Now I love it.
I hope you're right.
Dude, this is how I choose to believe it because it is so nasty. I can't imagine a guy actually doing this.
Yeah, since it went on a wedding ring page, I maybe Rev's right.
People are delusional, man. I'm on some random group pages like hockey goalie web page, and sometimes people share like their goalie gear, and it's like. And they're like, what do you guys think? Pretty awesome. And people just crucify the person. Or on a tattoo group page, and somebody will post, what do you think? And everyone's just like, did your tattoo artist lose his vision and do that on a bus? Because it's just like poor lines and just terrible work. And some people are just delusional. They think what they have is great.
Yeah, well, it is disgusting.
Now you gotta find this wedding ring. I didn't even know there's a wedding ring group page.
Yeah,
there's group pages for everything.
Of course there is.
Wedding rings for women. There you go.
There you go.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
Well, whether this is an epic troll or she really is happy with the hair ring that she got, Jesus, we want to know, what is the strangest thing that's ever been given to you? 206-421-ROCK, text us at 77999. What is the strangest thing ever given to you? Your calls, your texts. After Rob Zombie, he'll be a pain in the grass this year. Yeah, on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. So, yeah, this woman posted a picture on Facebook on a wedding ring Facebook group, and it was a ring that was made out of her boyfriend's own human hair, and it's just disgusting. He didn't do anything fancy with it. He just basically chopped off his hair, wrapped it in a loop. Here you go. And we don't know if she's trolling this wedding ring group because people like to show off all, obviously their rocks, or if she really is serious and thinks, my God, it's so romantic.
I hope Rev's right in that she's trolling. If she is, then she's a mastermind.
That's the only way that I can even imagine this.
It's a strange gift, I will tell you that.
Disgusting.
It really, really is. So based on this, we want to know, what is the strangest thing you have ever had given to you? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Got a text message. Somebody says, my mom gave me a kettlebell and a book full of workouts randomly one Christmas. Hinting that I need to work out.
Oh,
yeah, that was a randomly.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
I just came to mind. I'm wondering, was the hair from his head, or could it have been from like anywhere else on his body, like armpits or back?
Look at this. It's definitely from his head.
Why are you thinking that, Vicky?
I don't know.
Now you're making
my mind
it
goes.
worse.
There's no way it's long enough to be anything other than the head.
I mean, he's pretty gross, so he might have long, armpit hair.
Good question. We'll get back to you on that one, Vicky.
Nope.
Yeah, did we make that grosser? We don't need to make this grosser. The hair from his head is worse enough.
I just saw my best friend's dad and stepmom gave him an already burned candle and a roll of pennies for Christmas one year. She was in her 20s. It's kind of odd.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they're cute gifts, but they really are odd. Every Christmas, Sarah would just give me her headless dolls, and I don't know what the hell that meant. If it was like
she wanted to murder you, I think.
Oh yeah, I mean, really, they would be they'd be beaten and deformed and destroyed Barbie dolls. Here you go. I mean, that's all she had, I guess, as a little kid. But
very sweet.
Yeah, I was giving you my Barbie dolls that I loved so much.
Yeah,
it's sweet in a Jeffrey Dahmer kind of way.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, your son is the one that taught me how to pop the heads off. So I thought that was really cool. So I got really into that and did that to all of my dolls. Oh. And then, I don't have much money, so
I'd wrap these presents for Christmas, and there are these headless Barbie dolls, and I keep thinking, am I going to die?
Where do you keep them?
Yeah. I think I finally gave them away. I thought,
You did?
Yeah, I'm going to give them to a good home.
And by good home, you mean garbage?
Yeah. I actually gave them to the police. I said, look, just in case I don't show up one day, check out my daughter.
Hey, it's the thought that counts, right?
Yeah. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What is the strangest thing that's ever been given to you?
What about you out there, Sarah, since you're in the room?
You know, I like to collect a lot of things, and I kind of am a hoarder. So my boyfriend thought it would be a good idea if he gave me his wisdom teeth, because he saw that I kept my wisdom teeth.
Oh.
Yeah. I have my wisdom teeth, and I have my screws from my knee surgeries, and so he knew that I collected those, so he got his out and gave, not my current boyfriend, but
J-Rubs.
back in high school. Yeah, so he gave me his wisdom teeth.
Do you still have them?
You know, I might somewhere, honestly.
Oh, you gotta get rid of those.
I was going to make like a necklace or some earrings out of them.
Why?
I think it's so cool.
Oh, my God.
I mean,
Whose
having
child are
someone
you?
else's wisdom teeth is a little weird, but like having mine and having the screws that used to be in me one time, make necklace or earrings or a bracelet out of them.
No, hard
No?
pass. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not into that, Steve?
No, I'm definitely not into that, BJ.
I'm very surprised knowing your history.
What? Well, because I had collected my fingernail clippings.
Exactly.
In a Tic Tac
I like
container.
how you look at my daughter like she's weird, even though you were a fingernail clipping guy.
I can look back on that and say with complete confidence that was weird as F.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did it, and it was super weird.
But
I
you
think
didn't.
that's even weirder.
You didn't try to give it to anybody, right?
No.
I mean,
Or turn it into jewelry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. But see, that's
honestly, I think I just didn't want to like get up, and I was too lazy to throw them away, and so I had an empty Tic Tac container probably in my room, and that's what started it.
Oh God, that's so gross.
And I'm gross.
I'm not saying I'm not gross. This is young Steve. Young Steve was weird.
Young Steve was very weird.
Adult Steve,
yeah, he's still weird.
Still weird.
How old were you?
33. I think.
Okay. Very young.
Well, you know, you're lazy when you're 33. You don't want to get out of bed.
If you still had them, I could make a nice necklace for you.
You know what? Again, no.
Yeah.
I threw those away.
Along those same
Tough,
lines,
but I gave them away.
along those same lines, my mom, when I moved here, tried to give me my baby teeth.
Hey, what are you going to do with them?
I don't know. That's why I was like, Mom,
Why
I don't
does
want
she have
these.
your baby teeth?
I know my mom has mine. I don't know if that's like a Mexican thing. I felt like all the Mexican moms, at church, would always collect their kids' teeth. I don't know
Would
why.
they trade them? Like, they play dominoes? They trade them?
Yes.
Gotta get them all.
Ugh.
I don't think it's weird that your mom has them. I think it's weird that she wants to give them away.
Yeah, she was like, "Here, do you want these?" And I've kept these since you were. And I was like, "No, I'm good, Mom. You can go ahead and keep those in your jewelry drawer because that's where she keeps them," which was even weirder to me. Like with all her necklaces and stuff.
I don't know. Maybe it's a mom thing. I mean, we have maybe a lock of hair from Joe and Sarah from back in the day.
Yeah, I have a lock of Lily's hair, but I don't think I'm going to keep her teeth.
I think keeping a lock of hair and teeth, isn't that in the same category?
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
I think it depends where you keep it. Like, I feel like if it's in a box, like my mom has a little bit of my hair and all that in a baby book, like my actual baby book. And I feel like that's a little less, it's still weird, but less weird than if it's just in a box somewhere. It's like, I have your hair in a box.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Is that from your first haircut?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, we all still have hair. Your parents could just chop off some now.
It was just from my. I
Why
just have a lot of hair.
don't you guys take this conversation offline?
Let's go to Stevie in Seattle. Stevie, you are on the rock.
Hello.
Hi, Stevie. Welcome to the show. How about you? What is the strangest thing that's ever been given to you?
So a little while ago, I had an ex-girlfriend who, 1 year for my birthday, gave me like this pink metal container that consisted of a collection of hair ties that you'd like put ponytails up with, and then a little binder full of letters written to her future husband.
Whoa. So this was what she would. How old was she when she was writing these letters?
Well, at the time she was 24, but she had been writing them since she was like 16, I think.
She jumped the gun. You got to wait till you're actually married before you hand that over to somebody.
Yeah, definitely.
If they're letters to your future husband, when you wait until you get married and then hand them to him, I think that would be kind of cool to read.
I agree. But not to a boyfriend who's not the future, who's not the husband.
That's kind
yet.
of psycho.
Yeah, I imagine you got the hell out while the getting was good.
But yeah, it ended about a month or so after that for other reasons, but that was a big one.
Did you read some of the letters?
I did. It was actually, the reason it was super awkward is because we were like in her room and she handed me this and I'm like thinking like, oh, it's a gift, and then it's like these letters. I was like, well, she's like, read them. I'm like, okay.
Read them now.
Wow.
She wanted me to read them out loud, and it was like a 30-minute deal. I was like, this is the weirdest thing I've ever done.
Wow, dude. Yeah, that is trippy. I mean, at that point, I think I appreciate the call. I would have been done then. I think I would have been like, what is happening here? I am hasta la vista, baby. Damn.
But like I said, though, if you're married to the person,
well, that's different.
I think that'd be a fun read.
Yeah. But just a regular boyfriend, and then here, read these.
And then making him read them out loud.
And here's this guy going, I thought maybe I was going to get like a gift card somewhere. This sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Let's go to Earl and Puyallup, 206-421-ROCK. You can also text us at 77999. Earl, what is the strangest thing that's ever been given to you?
Well, first of all, guys, good morning, and first time, long time.
Nice. Oh, thanks for listening so long, Earl. Appreciate it. Welcome to the show, sir.
The strangest thing I ever got was a Christmas gift, and it was one of a big box store's electronic open sign. It blinked, it flashed, it did all kinds of weird stuff.
Wait, so this is just like a sign you'd put in a store if you had a business?
Exactly.
What?
That's so exactly what it was.
Look at Steve. Steve wanted that.
It was Christmas. Somebody, it was actually bought and given to me. What? It was brand new.
Did you have a business?
That's what it was.
That's
so cool.
No business.
No business, no nothing. It just was an open sign.
Steve, you would love that as a gift,
I would have mounted that above my bedroom door, and then whenever I'm in the room, I'd put it on.
Like you're open for business, ladies?
Hey, come. No. Or like you're allowed to come into the room. That way Grandma would know when it's a good time to come in to wish me good night.
Yeah, Grandma would have loved that.
Yeah,
she was scarred.
Turn the sign off when you're not available.
Yeah, Grandma would have loved that to go, yeah, Steve, I didn't see you in the sausage show you were performing.
Or maybe for your birthday you get a clothes sign. I don't know. That is weird.
Oh, okay. Yeah. For a minute there, what did you do? How do you respond to a gift like? Because I'd be like,
That's exactly it. I'm right there in that same age. I just, I'm the same age as you, BJ. I'm right there, and it's like, okay, I do not understand this.
What do I do with this? And did she have you read any of my future husband letters? Anybody do that for you?
No.
Oh man, I appreciate the call, Earl. And again, thank you for listening so long. Good to have you on the show. Well, I will tell you, playing certain like charade type games or clue games with my wife and my daughter, it is interesting how I don't know what goes on in the brains of some women because how they think. It's like, how did you get from A to B on this? Because what road are you traveling? And when you see gifts like that or people, and they think it's a good idea.
Right, they're just not. I did about a Christmas gift once, opening up a gift from my aunt, and it was a cassette, and I was so stoked. And this is during like a serious heavy metal phase. I mean, I never really got out of that phase, but I had the mullet. I was always wearing jean jackets with all the patches, all the band logos. I mean, it was straight up metal.
You should go back to that look,
or nothing else. If I could grow it, my wife's she's opposed to the skullet.
Oh, you got to skullet it, buddy.
But my aunt got me a Culture Club cassette.
What? George's metal.
And I remember opening it and just looking and I go, what the hell? Why would you? I remember just being like visibly pissed. I didn't even hold back. I just said, why would you get me this? I'm not listening to this. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I like metal. She's like, but they have long hair.
They have long hair.
I mean, thankfully you can take tape and put it over the broken tabs, and then you can record over it. So I just use it as a blank cassette. Thanks for the blank cassette.
I love that you were not the thanks, as opposed to really you were like telling the truth. Like, this is crap.
That was just an insult to my integrity of being a metalhead.
Oh yeah, I thought about that either. Yeah, you didn't want to get kicked out of the club.
BJ, someone texted that when I was a kid, I would hold a plastic bag underneath my hand while my mother clipped my fingernails. I don't know why I saved my fingernail clippings, but I did. It's nice to hear someone else who was just as effed up as me.
Yeah, that's... You hold a plastic bag while your mom's doing it.
How old were I? When are you going to be like 30?
Oh, yeah, you know what?
Clip my nails, Mom.
Yeah. And your mom, how about if you're the mom and your kid goes, I'm going to do this?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God, I got a serial killer on my hand.
Yeah, my mom did see those and she was just like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, thank God your mom was like, what the hell is this? I don't know, Mom. God.
Close the door and don't come back in until the open sign's on.
Oh, that's it. Half of Americans doing something really odd as an alternative to showering. Oh, what is it with the stories today? They're grossing me out. I'll tell you what this is at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How much does bankruptcy cost?
Usually with my office, we do a flat fee that includes all your court costs, filing fees, credit counseling, credit reports, and one cost. In Chapter 13 cases, that usually starts at about $900. With Chapter 7 cases, the total cost, including all your court costs, attorney fees, is usually about $1,500. We offer payment plans on Chapter 7, so you can start a file with my office for as little as $200. You can send your creditor calls to us. We'll take your creditor calls while you gather up your information and make payments on the rest of the fees. With Chapter 13 cases, we can make payment arrangements in most cases as well and get your case filed even sooner in a Chapter 13 case because of the reorganization aspect to it.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
If your tank water heater's over 8 years old, you may be sitting on a ticking time bomb. It could start leaking without warning, causing far more damage than the loss of the heater itself. Consider replacing it with a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to leak, endless hot water for spa-like comfort, longer life, and backed by Navien's strong warranty. Before time runs out, visit tanklessmadesimple.com for the name of your Navien contractor.
Count on